in a few minutes we're going to go live. Now that we know how to go live, so just going to wait for people to join. I've sprayed myself up from mosquito repellent. Hey everyone! So today we're going to be going live with Rhiannon, and we're going to be talking about feeling comfortable within yourself and sexuality. And she's an amazing singer, and we're also going to talk. Excited because I haven't seen her in, is it like 2 years since the Van Life Festival? We met her there, and she's a very talented singer.
Hello.
Hello. Hope you're good. So I'm just going to quickly explain. So Torrin is going to be in and out of the chat. He's going to go through and see if there's any questions that we need to answer, if anyone has any questions.
Yeah.
And then we can bring it into the conversation. So he's not being rude on his phone. He's just trying to keep up so we can just chat.
How are you guys?
Yeah, we're really good. Like, I'm really excited to hear what's been going on with you, because it seems like it's been really going good with your music. So do you want to tell us about your music quickly, about how you got to 100k in your...
Yeah.
I just thought it was so good.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely TikTok had a help in that, because I managed to kind of crack the algorithm for my release for Holding Out for a Hero, and that's definitely helped boosted it, and helped with everything really. Like that kind of took off, and then it's helped with my original stuff and everything. But yeah, it's going good. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, but yeah, crazy busy at the moment, which is good. But I kind of don't ever stop.
That's good.
But I feel like no rest.
Yeah, because so where are you now from where you were when I started speaking to you 2 years ago? Because you weren't doing all your releases there.
No. So I think back then I was living in Brighton, wasn't I? Yes. So I've moved back to Bristol. Hello. And yeah, I've got a flat in Bristol with my partner. Just I love Brighton to pieces, but for my music career, doing it full time, because obviously alongside releasing, I gig full time, and there's just so much more option in Bristol. So I'm living here full time, and I've got an amazing guy that I do producing with, who records all my tracks, and yeah, so that's going really well, and it just allows me to do far more things, far more possibilities.
Doing so a lot more gigs. Are you going to festivals?
Yeah.
What kind of things is it opened up for you?
Yeah. So I've got a festival coming up in a couple of weeks' time. I've never done it before. I hadn't actually heard of it before, but it's called Oxted Festival. There's some massive names playing, like Ella Henderson, Example, Judge Jules and stuff, and amazing. And I'm really nervous, but I'm really excited to do it. So that should be a good one.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll smash it.
We will. We heard your voice, and at Van Life Festival, she ended up doing a lot more of a section than she should have.
Oh yeah, I did ages, didn't I?
Yeah, and then she did the next day as well, and that just shows how powerful your voice is. To be able to withstand all that, it's incredible.
We missed you guys at Van Life. I saw Kristen and Lewis.
Yeah. Did you? So you went again this time?
Yeah. So I saw them with their stall and everything. So yeah.
Oh, cool.
Heard about you guys being where are you in the world?
Yeah, we're currently in the middle of France. We're going back to England, so going there for 3 months. Going to do weddings. Got loads of weddings and family photography and stuff to do, and see family and see friends. And normally we're going back to England, but I'm actually so excited, and it's nice to be able to think that about home, because I don't really like going home, because obviously I don't like England, but now I'm just I've seen so much of the world, and I realise that England's not actually that bad, especially where we're from. We're actually from a really nice place, and we've been to beaches. So.
Yeah, I mean the weather is so bad at the moment, but apparently we're supposed to have a bit of the heat wave in July, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, we've had so much heat now that we're you know what, we don't mind if we just go swimming in the rain. We're for it. We're ready for it, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, what I wanted to talk to you today as well about was how, with your self-love and how you've got to where you are today. So, when did you find out about your sexuality, and what happened with you?
Yeah. So it's one of these things where if you trace it back, you'll be like, oh, like I should have known, like for all these years, and so many things make sense. But then it wasn't until like I was in uni and I kind of like, it sounds ridiculous, but there was this girl and she like came to terms with her sexuality, and it kind of gave me then the confidence to be like, okay, I want to like explore my sexuality. And then I did, and I didn't explore it very much. I only went on one date, and I'm still with that girl now. So
Oh wow.
so yeah, but yeah, so I kind of just, I think at uni, like being around people that had the same sort of like story to me then meant I was able to just be myself and
Yeah.
do that.
So like one question like I always like to think of myself is like, if it wasn't so accepted, do you reckon you would still be like bisexual or gay? Like, would you still be that way, or would you be like, oh, I can't be that way, and be able to shut it off? Because I think that's a really good question because of how society is now.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I probably wouldn't be so open to it. I mean, it very much depends. Like my family, like my parents are very accepting of it. And so it was kind of like, I was very grateful and lucky to have it was like fairly easy for me to come out, and it was fine. But I think if it hadn't have been like that, I would have found it a lot harder. I don't think I would have closed myself off to it, because I think you always got to stay true to yourself. I just don't think I would have
Explored it.
necessarily, been
Yeah.
so easy to do it.
Yeah, because I always like to have that conversation, because like I'm bisexual as well, and like I didn't, again, like I when I was a kid I was like boys 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 like all the time, and then like I was just like, oh my god, girls. So,
Yeah.
so like, yeah, I remember when the first like gay person came out in school, and we were from a Christian school, and like even like now it's like it feels like it's not that long ago, but it was, and like makes you think like how far everything has come. Like our school was actually very accepting, even though like our teacher would like teach us like how it's sin, and I used to be like always talking up in class about
Yeah.
about it. But it's just crazy. Like now it's just so everyone's so like accepting. So it makes you think how many kids in that school would have actually been too ashamed or too unable to speak out, or would they have not actually felt it at all? So it's just,
even just thinking like about like kids as well. Like I remember like, I know I'm not that far off of school. I mean, it's been about, God, coming up 10 years now.
yeah.
But like in the full grand scheme of things, it's not that long. But I reckon like if I was to look at the kids like back in when I was at school, they probably would have been like judgmental, like for people then. But I reckon kids nowadays, like, I mean, it's just so like
Normal.
oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
so normal to be that way. So like it's a much nicer environment. But then I mean it's different like for like different places. Like I know, I hope she doesn't mind me talking about this, but I know that like my partner didn't have it as easy like growing up, but like she's half Greek, so like that's a whole different like
Yeah.
ball.
Culture.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think I wouldn't have thought about Greek. Do you reckon they're a bit less, like not less, but how would I explain? Like, do you reckon not as like open culturally? So I thought it would have been more Eastern countries rather than
Yeah.
Greece.
No,
I didn't know that.
I mean I think they've recently like accepted like gay marriage and stuff like that, which is like a massive step. But I wouldn't say they're not quite there yet. I mean I can't speak for everyone, but like I would
Wow.
say definitely being in England, it's far
Yeah.
more.
Because like we went to Morocco, and we were like wondering how it would be over there, and like because like it's like illegal, and apparently like if you're like on Tinder or anything, like they'll like pretend to be gay and then like get you arrested and all this stuff.
Really?
And apparently that's what they were saying. So maybe it's like a very like a rare case, because like I ended up meeting people over there, and like one person was actually trans. And, yeah.
I'm going to Morocco in August.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, yeah. No, so like they're actually quite open over there. I think they don't really, because like the men over there hold hands with each other. Like it's just like, you know, back in those days where it's just like in a non-gay way, it's just like friendship.
Yeah.
But like they're still a little, they've got to kind of hide themselves. But like a lot of their friends are more accepting. So like the younger generation, again, being awesome, social media becoming more accepting. It's more just the older folk.
Yeah.
And like we ended up spending time with like a Moroccan, like, how would you explain, like they were like a group of people that kind of got together, like, oh, we don't need our family, like we can make our own family. And like they're very loving and accepting of each other, and it was really beautiful. So it just shows that Gen Z millennials are waking up and they are changing the world,
Yeah.
and it's so beautiful and crazy. So yeah, I like talking about that. Like, what do you think? Like, would people be gay now? Or do you reckon it's all like hidden? Do you know what I mean? Like, very good kind of question.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's a crazy
Yeah.
topic. It's so like you could just talk about it for hours and hours. Like,
So when do you go? So what are you doing in Morocco? You got any plans there? You just going on holiday
we're
or?
going to go for 7 days. Going in August, which when we initially booked it, we weren't looking at Morocco, and then it came up, and we kind of forgot to like change the dates. And I'm probably going to roast to death because I've never been in the heat that hot. But I mean, it'll be a change from England because we might not even get a summer here, so it'd be nice either way.
Yeah, that's apparently said that on the news. Like, no point staying in England. Try and book your holidays or something. I don't know if it was like a fake thing or if it was actually going on the news.
But no, I think we're like just taking it chill. I think we might do some like quad biking on the sand and stuff. Possibly like we'll go into the town and stuff, see the culture.
So which part of Morocco did you say you're going to?
Marrakesh.
Marrakesh. Okay, yeah, we went there. It's very touristy, so it is quite nice.
Yeah, thing. There's so much talk about like, oh, is it safe? Like, like two girls to go out there. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think if you're with the right people and you surround yourself with the right people, then you'll be
Yeah,
alright.
honestly, I can give you all that information because we've been and we know exactly what it's like now. So basically, you're an English tourist. So in Morocco, you are gold. That's what you are. So the police will literally protect you. Like, no one messes with tourists, and it's very rare if they do. And the thing is, we knew someone that got mugged. They went to the police right away, told the police. The police literally went right after them, found the people, got all their stuff back, and like they were in a lot of trouble because no one's allowed to mess with tourists over there because it brings too much money to their culture
Yeah,
and to their money and to their. So you're literally like, the police are your best friends. They will do anything for you over there, and that's why they don't normally mess around with tourists. Like, we knew our van was safe. Like, we felt safer in Morocco than we do like if we wouldn't go to London. Like, Morocco is so much safer.
right.
Like, walking around the streets of Southampton are even less safe than like walking around Morocco. So I wouldn't be worried.
Okay,
Um,
that's good
the
to
only
know.
thing, yeah, the only thing I'm not sure about is obviously if you're allowed to kiss each other because they're funny with like you kissing, but it's what I mean. It's that divide.
Yeah, we're quite like even say like when we go to Greece and stuff, like we kind of know to like keep, you know.
Yeah. But again, I don't know because again, you're tourists, so I don't think they're going to mess with tourists. I think maybe it'd be more like their culture rather than tourists. Honestly, like we
But
could, yeah,
it's a really shit thing, though, isn't it? That you can't just be yourself wherever you go. You can't just express yourself and be yourself.
yeah,
Mm,
it's weird.
it's really sad.
But it won't be long until, again, like as I said, the older generation are dying off. All the Gen Zs and millennials are like going up to their parents like, well, we don't care about you and your culture. It's like we're new now. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it won't be long. I think in probably a few more years it'll be everywhere, which would be pretty nice.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, you're gonna love Morocco. It's amazing. The
I'm
people are
so,
lovely. Yeah, they're so hospitable. Like, if you actually want to learn about them and their culture, they'll like welcome you in with open arms. Like, you never know such a kind culture. It's mad. It's really mad.
yeah.
We're excited to go back because we're going back in January. We're going back.
Oh, nice.
When
This is
when yeah, it's like 30 degrees there in like January. It's ridiculous. That's why I would never go to Morocco in summer.
yeah,
I'm just like, good luck.
it was a big mistake, but I'm like I'm still counting down the days. But shade
Yeah.
and water,
It will
fine.
be your best friend. It's like, it's insane. It's really hot. But the wind, that's the only thing about Morocco. It's very windy. I think Marrakesh was no wind though. It's a city, isn't it?
It's too inland.
Yeah, there's no sea.
Yeah. So like, what other things do you do in regards to self-care and things like that, like help you? So I know you said your music helps. So do you want to talk a bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, so music's a massive like therapy, I'd say. Like as soon as I feel down, like or anything, happy or sad, but mainly like being sad is a good like tool to express your emotions. Um, I mean, I'd say that I definitely like need more help in doing more things for like myself. Sometimes like I'm a creature of just scrumbling away and like just lying in bed and I'll be okay tomorrow sort of thing,
Yeah.
rather than like sorting myself out. But I would say like music's a massive help. I also started like doing a lot more walking and stuff like that. Walking really helps, I think. Takes your
Yeah.
mind, clears the mind, to be at one with nature. So yeah, also like, I mean, my partner's very much into like meditation and stuff. We don't do like loads and loads of it, but like when we do, you just, I don't know, you just like led there. Well, we tend to like do it, we'll just like lie side by side on the bed, and it just takes you into such a like deep trance.
Yeah. That's really good.
Yeah.
We've started doing that kind of stuff and trying to do like was it self-hypnosis and stuff? You can go on like things and try and like, well, we're trying to do his anxiety and like my confidence as well, like trying to get more confident, and we're trying to do like the hypnotherapy and like listening in and listening to like the helping ideas. So it's really, really good that you're doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes you can bring other things in.
We're trying to do, what was it? Sorry,
We try to do astral projection.
oh, astral projection.
Oh, what happened there? Tell us.
I didn't. I'm not very good at like getting myself into that state. I don't know if you. I feel like you did.
No, I think it's one of those things that you have to practice like for years before you actually do accomplish it.
Yeah,
You have
it's
to get into
that's
like,
what we heard.
a really deep meditative state and be able to, yeah, kind of separate your soul from your body, which is very hard to do.
Mm.
Sounds so scary. Like, yeah, like we've looked into it, and like there is actually like a weird science behind it, and like it's a weird one. So it's just like, it's one of those things that how is it even possible? It's one of those things I still haven't been able to wrap my head around completely. Like,
Yeah.
so I love hearing people's stories, but yeah, she's right. Apparently, it's like something you've really got to train to do. But some people can do it really well at sleep.
Yeah, I remember my housemate at uni, she's so like clued on to like spiritual things. And I don't know if it was that we must have. Or you see like your past life. Do you like a certain type of
It's like a hypnotherapy. You can go apparently see back to your past life. Yeah.
And she literally like, I mean, we were there for like an hour, and like I was like in a state where like I just could not get into it, and she literally comes out of it and she's like saying all these things like where she went, and I was just like, that's crazy. Like some people are just so like switched into it, and I was just
So you're one of those people that I'm not able to get into it.
That's like me though, with a lot of stuff. Like she's like always in this really like calm level mindset and like getting all this information from the universe and be like, oh my god, this and that. And I'm just sat there like,
yeah.
I wish I was like that. I wish I could do it. I want to tune into that level. I want to be there, but it's hard. Like
it's the way what he means by that is like I'll randomly come up with like an idea or like a realization or something like really like high and intense, and then he'll Google it and he goes, this is actually a thing. And it happens like all the time. Like I'm like, I wonder if this and if this is a thing and this makes sense, and he's just like, that's trippy, no way. And then we'll Google it and it's like it's a thing, and we're just like, what the fuck? Like it's weird. Like
Yeah,
so that's what he means by that.
I just think like some people can get. I think my issue is like I find it really hard to just like relax.
Yeah.
I think that's my brain just does not let me relax, so I'm just like.
No, I understand what you mean.
I
wouldn't say like I get mine in like a relaxed state. What do you mean by you say that you think I'm relaxed?
I just mean in general. I mean, like with a lot of stuff, you can get into a lot of great states and like spiritual kind of.
Oh, you mean when I actually lie down?
Like and in general, like spirituality and stuff like that. You're on the level where you are, you get these ideas, you get these things, and you're good with it all. Meanwhile, I'm just still like quite dumbed down like a normal person. That I try to, and I want to get myself to an elevated state, but it's harder for people like me.
I was trying to understand what he meant. So I'm like, Tori, you're like the most relaxed person ever. Like compared to me, like you've met us. Well, that makes no sense.
And my problem with meditation is every time I try and just like lay there, I end up falling asleep. You know when you start snoring and you wake up like crap.
I'm like wiping the people off my face, like ooh.
Oh yeah, that was great. Ooh, yeah.
I mean, because he's so chill. Anyway, he's like get into that relaxed state, and he's like, I'm already there. So like next stage is nap.
That's fun.
Oh my god, I love it. So like, what are your plans for like the rest of the year? Like, have you got any like, or no, next year or anything like big plans? Any more music videos? Because the music videos you've been doing are really good.
Yeah. So I mean, I haven't really announced this yet, but we'll do it anyway. But like in August, I've got like a new song coming out, perfect for summer. Super excited about that. I don't know whether I'll have a music video to go with it. Just like because the guy that I use super busy man, which is amazing. But yeah, so it might be more like home done. I mean, if you guys are about, you can guys get in contact with me, and maybe we can meet up and get some stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that'd be really cool. But honestly, like, I can't get over like the music videos. Like, it's all so professionally done. Like, it's just
yeah,
like
he's
amazing.
insane.
Like the ones on you on Instagram that like you have as a sound, like it's just like it's like a like real famous person. Like you're really getting up there now, and like I'm just like, oh my god, look at her go! Like you should be so proud of your journey. Like it's
Like,
really impressive.
yeah, but you guys are doing amazing. Like your life. My mum always talks about you guys. She's like, "Oh my god, have you seen their Instagram? Like, it's so beautiful." I'm like, "I."
Oh, your mum. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, because your mum came to Van Life Festival
Yeah,
as well. So
following
yeah.
your little journey along, and she's like, "It just looks amazing."
Oh, bless her. No, yeah, it's really nice. So we're hoping like to do like our little things in the future. We wanted to like help people with like mental
Yeah.
health and relationships and things like that. So it's really nice because obviously like I'm obsessed with my photography. Like that's a passion, but like also helping people and like learning about my mind and becoming self-aware is like so important because
Mhm.
when like we've like talked about like how I used to be in the past, and then when my mum brings up, God, you just getting so more like in tune, like you've gone past me now. Like I was
Yeah.
like a really like mentally ill child and teenager and young adult, and like now it's just crazy that I have this much control over my life when I never used to be that. How do I explain it? Like I needed to be around people in order to feel like I was safe,
Mhm.
and like I didn't have like my mind to listen to. Whereas now, like I love being my own. I love traveling. I love going for walks. I love just being in my own thoughts, and I never had the confidence to ever trust myself.
Yeah.
And it's nice that I've reached that, and I'm now able to help other people hopefully reach
No,
that. So
like you've done so well. Like even like from when I obviously met you, I did. Was it like 3 years ago now?
2 years. I
Like
don't actually know.
Yes, I
I
know, it could
don't
be
know.
three.
Maybe 3.
3 years, 3 years. But even like from that like first meeting, like even just like when we like talk and like talking now, like I could see a growth. And I obviously I don't know you like insanely well. Like
Yeah.
I've only met you in person once, but like I can really see that like you're proper. You've really like you feel like really
Yeah. I
grounded,
love
like,
my
that you're doing,
Yeah.
and I'm just like
Yeah.
living the dream.
Yes. Yeah, I think for me, the living the dream isn't like just the traveling. Like, I mean, traveling is very stressful. I think the best thing that's happened to me the last few years is definitely the freedom within myself, like not feeling trapped in my mind. I think that's been like the best thing
Yeah,
ever. And like it's nice because it wasn't just the traveling that like I was starting to realize. I was realizing it before, but definitely going out into nature and like giving myself the opportunity to have the growth.
yeah,
Because before I didn't even want to go outside because I wanted to feel self-pity inside.
mm,
Does that make sense?
yeah,
Like, when you just feel really down and you're just like, oh, you know what? This just feels comfortable to feel this. I'm like sad, but I'm just going to stay in my own self-pity. Instead of going, well, I'm actually going to get up. I'm making a conscious decision. I'm going to go walk in the rain. I'm going to go, like,
That's
touch, like
so good.
feel senses.
I feel like I get into a state of that. Like it's like I work so hard and I do so much, but like say for example like yesterday and today, like Thursday and Friday, like daytimes, like I have them off. I mean, I say like off, like I'm in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna do all these things like that I need to do to express myself and stuff. But it's like my whole body just like shuts off and I'm just like, I just don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
And I really wish I was more like that. And it's something that I want to work on to be more like, because from the outside, like people are like, oh, you're doing so well, you're doing so well. And like I am,
Yeah.
but like, and like I don't want to come across like I'm not, because like I know that I've achieved loads, but it's so people just obviously look at like social media and stuff like that and be like, oh, you're doing so well and stuff. But like on my days off, I'm just like, I just wish I had this like oomph to just
Yeah.
do, but I just don't.
Like the thing that helps, like, because I had to really help Torin out a bit for when he had those days, but what really helped me was you give yourself the time to have the I'm going to lay here, and you set yourself like, okay, I'm going to give myself an hour to feel like this, and then after that I'm going to make a conscious decision, and I'm going to either put on a cup of tea and I'm going to go do something. That's what you do, because then you are listening to your body and going, right, okay, I just want to just do nothing. And then go do something that's for you, not just, oh, I need to go do this, I need to go do this for house, but like, what do you need to do within yourself? Do you want to do your skincare? Do you want to like have a hot drink? Do you want to just go for a walk? Like, it makes you feel better, and then you feel like you just got to remind yourself you will literally feel better, even if it's half an hour. So validate how you feel within yourself and go, right, okay, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to put on a movie and just going to do nothing, and then I'm going to do this. It works. Having it that way, because then you're not going, well, I don't want to do it at all. You say, well, we can do it, because you've got to talk to yourself like a friend or a little kid sometimes. Like, you do, like, that's who we are, our subconscious of, I don't want to do that right now, and I'm not going to do it. Like, you just do that in our heads. And then it's just like going, right, okay, well, we'll do that, we'll listen to you, but then afterwards we're going to do this. So you give yourself a little treat, like a little bribe to yourself, and it works. And the more you consciously do it, it really does make it does change you.
I still find I end up at the end of the time, like having to give myself a time, like a countdown, like getting out of the shower, you know, like, right, I'm going to get out in 10, 9. I still find I have to do that to then get on with stuff, but it does like help me split up my day and actually.
And then every time you're like, oh, I'm so glad I did that, because like once you get into that really calm, like not calm, like comfy stage of just like meh, you kind of just don't want to ever do it, like ever leave. You're like, oh, I'm not going to feel better than this, or whatever, I'm just going to meh. And then you do it, you're like, oh, I actually feel so much better. And then
struggle with actual like tiredness? Like, is it, obviously you're saying that you feel these, is it because you're like tired, or like is it just that?
So it depends. Like mine are because I have my bipolar, so like I get just like depressed, like my body, like I get so much dopamine. Like I think you've seen me really hyperactive at Van Life Festival, and then I'd be quiet. My body gives me like an intense rush of dopamine, like a drug. It's like a drug. The only way I can explain it is if like it's like a proper drug, and it just gives me all the dopamine I need, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Like fuck yeah, and I can stay out for days, and I'm just like be fucking on it. Like wouldn't I? Like Tara's just like, it's midnight, it's time to sleep. I'm like, no, let's go do something. So I get that, but then when I crash down again, it's like a drug. It hits hard, and I'm just like, oh my god, I feel really shit. Like what comes up must come down, and it's just like trying to give yourself the dopamine again, because your body will keep making dopamine. You just got to give it the dopamine. You can't expect dopamine to just turn up. Sorry, mosquitoes.
But at the same time, you did used to struggle with tiredness a lot, but it was because you were low on B12.
Yeah, and iron. So at the moment, like I keep getting tired now, and I've got low iron, so I need to get that sorted. But again, I get right. Okay, I'm going for a walk, and I'm gonna go, because every time you sit down for too long, your body gets tired because it's like not needing as much oxygen. So you go out and do something. Honestly, like I've like perfected everything now. I'm just like, I'm not falling for this. I'm not giving in to my moods, and I'm not had enough. I give myself like 10 minutes to an hour to feel sorry for myself, and then I go off and do stuff. Otherwise, I just have manic depressive episodes for days, and it's bad. So I've had to learn that for myself, because I don't medicate. So that's what I have to do.
No, that's so good though, because like I'm terrible. Like I just wish, like I'm tired all the time. Like it's like I honestly thought, like I think my mum's got even over or underactive thyroid.
Oh wow, okay.
And like it runs with my like grandma as well. And I had like, and they said no, and I was like, man, I'm just literally got like lazy-itis, like.
So have you gone for blood tests? And what? And you said did they check your iron, your B12 and stuff like that? Because if you don't,
I don't know what they check, but they were looking for like the thyroid.
Yeah, because if it's only thyroid, they might not have checked your B12, and they might not have checked your iron, because they've done that to me before, and that's where they find out that I had low B12, and now they think it might be low iron. So
another thing as well is with the doctors, you can ask them like what you've got, and they'll like read you results and be like, yeah, everything's normal. But you can have stuff that, like, if a lot of stuff is on one end of the scale, it still means there's something wrong, but they don't kind of read into it.
It's of the NHS.
Yeah. Okay.
And like, there's a lot of things things you can do like naturally, because I for my iron levels, like people are, oh, what can you do for iron? Like I can just use spirulina, like it's really good for your iron levels. Because like, as long as you have like something that helps you absorb it, because if you get like cheap stuff, like your body's not going to absorb it. You need to get two things. So I need to go back to find an organic shop to get my spirulina so that I'll have my energy levels back up, which is easier to get in England or just get delivered. That's why I can't do it right now. So, but that's what I mean. Find out on your results and get them to have results and compare it to online. Because what they say is the cut-off point, it might not be.
Yeah.
And that's something to look into, because my friend, he got fobbed off, but he had ME, so
Oh, wow.
which is chronic fatigue syndrome.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's a natural doctor now, because he said there's nothing you can do. You just, because his levels were really bad, like he was really sick.
Yeah.
Anyway, and that's why I became a natural doctor. He's now a was he like a trainer, personal trainer as well. He can like dance for like 4 hours just with his energy. And bear in mind, he was like bedbound as a kid and through his teen life. So like, there's literally just like cures for everything. So get your results and don't need to go private. Find out what they are, and you never know. It might be something simple that you can just take a supplement, and then you won't feel like you've got lazy-itis.
Yeah.
It's something to look into, because that is a good point. I don't want you feeling like you're lazy because they're not
Your
actually
body's
doing the
massive,
right things.
So
Because that's not fair, because you do work a lot, and obviously your body needs to recover, but
Yeah.
you are like early 20s, so it wouldn't be laziness. It would either you're overdoing it, or it could be a lack of nutrients, which is something so simple you can fix.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think I need to go back.
Yeah, honestly, just go get a blood test, and then honestly, it's easy.
good thing is as well, you can get your blood results in like the NHS app.
Yeah,
So then you can like take it to like, or like look at it yourself and Google it, or like
that's
ask
what we
someone that
do.
knows.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
really
literally. And you have all your results, and you just like write online, like write, because it look complicated, obviously, but just write what's normal for this, and then it will show you, and like actually normal. There's what's fucking normal, and then there's what the
Yeah.
NHS says is normal, and it's like that's not how it should be, and that's why everyone's feeling like slightly crap, and like they feel like average, so they keep going back and taking pills and doing this and doing that. So
Yeah. Sorry, reading these comments at the same time.
yeah, Tori, you might be keeping up with the comments.
Hey, I just came. Well, I was waiting for you to finish your
I'm only
conversation.
joking.
One said, I think this subject is perfect at these times. It's good that more and more people are accepting their sexuality and that of others.
That's good.
And the other one, which is more about what we're talking about now, is your diet is a huge thing to consider. I eat fruit daily as we transport fresh fruit and veg every day. In Africa, we live from fruit and veg as well as great meat.
Ooh.
Yeah,
yeah.
But then they've just did they say they're in Africa? Oh, they live in Africa. I bet their fruit's so much nicer than it is in the UK.
That's what I wanted to ask. I was going to say, like, in Africa, like, do you have like all the pesticides, or is it more organic food? Because maybe that's why these places don't have like organic shops, because they are organic.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Like, what kind of pesticides would they use? They could like, what you will notice in Morocco actually is the fruit is like, some will look a little bit off, because you're literally getting fresh fruit, aren't you? Fruit and veg. So like,
Majority of it,
yeah, some
like,
of it looks
just
like
grown,
honey.
picked, and then put
Yeah,
in the market, and it's
good
there.
point. So and in shops you need all the nicest and the polished stuff, don't you? You don't get that in Morocco, and that was one thing we realised, like, whoa, this is a bit weird, and then we're like, it's probably not full of toxins.
Here, you're gonna realise, like, because you've been to so many different like cultures, the food is gonna be so much duller coming back to the UK. Like, in the veg and like the way that we process foods, whereas like abroad it's so much like, even like, sorry, I know I talk about Greece because like I go to Greece, but like Greek fruit and veg, like the tomatoes, just like perfection.
Yeah, definitely. We enjoyed the veg over there, didn't we?
Especially the fresh part is important. Too many preservatives in shop food these days, and a lot of added sugars and acids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
And there's one other thing that I can't see on my phone, but I can see it.
Yeah, no, because I've come off sugar now, because again I'm trying to make myself heal from like the inside, and like I've changed everything to like honey and like grape molasses and coconut sugar, and like I didn't realize quite like how addicted I was, and like how much it like makes you feel sick. Like it's scary, and then you look up all the stuff, because I have chronic, or I had chronic pain. I don't have bad knees when I saw you.
I don't remember.
Oh no. But I had like really bad knees and I had like bad back and everything. And it turns out like it was like the food I was eating and the fact that I'm hypermobile. So I've been like trying to like sort all my chronic pain out that I was told that wouldn't get sorted. And like, so changing my diet, it's just crazy. Like you don't realize like how much stuff you can like help like your body with like.
Yeah. We started taking,
scary.
you take lion's mane.
Lion's mane. No, but apparently it's really good.
We did
Yeah.
We've tried it before, haven't we?
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with things like that because we had it in like a tincture, so it was like alcohol.
Yeah, but I had to
suspended
stop having
with.
alcohol, so I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah. No, we haven't had it. Yeah, we take it in like supplements, but we haven't had any for a while, have we? But
Is the lion's mane the one that does the energy, or is that another one?
it helps you with
Lion's
your
mane
mind. So
is brain and mind, isn't it?
Because that's a good point. If you're doing lion's mane, that's I can't. Remember, I'll have to find out which one it is. But one of them you can replace your coffee with, and it actually gives you energy instead of take. So when you have coffee, you go up
Yeah.
with shit.
I think reishi gives you anything, doesn't it?
Basically you can replace it with this mushroom and have like a hot cacao or something in the morning, and it gives you more energy than coffee gives you. And instead of crashing, you feel good.
Yeah.
That could be something if you do.
I don't know whether that I always say that I've definitely got like ADHD because I definitely do, but I haven't like been diagnosed with it. But like things like coffee and stuff, like I could drink coffee and that won't do anything to me.
That's like her.
I go to sleep.
When I used to work night shifts and I'd go out in the middle of the night and she'd come with me to like go put a generator on somewhere and I'd have like a can of Red Bull and she'd drink it and fall asleep. And I'm like, how? How is that possible?
I never relax, so I understand.
So I don't. I mean, I like drinking coffee, like cold coffee, but I don't understand the whole point of drinking coffee like in the morning to wake you up because I'm just like it does nothing.
Yeah, we've completely cut caffeine out of our life.
I mean,
Again, another thing for females is like caffeine, and if you have cysts on your ovaries or cysts at all, because I have like a breast cyst, and it can cause a lot more pain. And there's like so much coffee and like how it messes up female hormones in certain days of your cycle. Honestly, it's a minefield. All this stuff that we're given, and like, why do I feel like crap? Why this? Why that? And it's because of what you're consuming. It's crazy.
I find it like how just the different way that like females and like male bodies work, like the whole what a female needs is so different from like what a man needs, or like how it affects like your different bodies. Like it's crazy.
That's why all the test studies are done on men, because their bodies don't fluctuate like a woman's do as well.
Yeah, apparently women were too impossible to test because we're too complex. So every study's for a man, which is mind-blowing. But that's why I'm going to try that like fertility. Have you heard about fertility and like how it traces your hormones and looks into like how a female body works and if your body's working correctly?
Yeah.
It's like a blood test.
Yeah, I'm going to give that a go because I want to make sure, because I keep getting acne, so clearly my hormones are everywhere. So of all like everything I used to do in my past is completely like can't catch up with me. So yeah, I'm going to do that and then find out my hormones and work out that and see if like, because if estrogen as well, or as your testosterone's low, that can lead to like tiredness and like issues in the future. It's crazy. I just want to prevent pain as I get older. Because like I've seen like so many people that are in like their 50s and like 60s and 70s, mosquito, that are like so well fit. And like women, I don't know if you felt like a bit worried to grow old or get old about getting pain and things like that. Do you ever get worried about like what you're going to be like when you're in your 60s, 70s? Oh, I do. I see all these people just like in pain and it just freaks me out. So that's why I try and give myself self-care.
No, that's probably a far better way to be. I think I'm just so like I'm also one of the people I'm just like like life will take me where it takes me.
You're like one of those people like YOLO.
I don't know, like I just think that like sometimes I could think about like the future, but then I just think like life is so short. Like I see so many like stories, like so many sad stories and stuff like that, and like I know people and I'm just like honestly like I can't, well look, obviously I don't mean this from your perspective, but
No,
like
yeah, of course. It's amazing.
be like thinking about it because I'm just sorry, just a bit of water everywhere.
That's all right. No, it's very good and interesting to talk about, like especially because you're right. That's the mindset people are in. But then when people get to their 30s and they're going, oh my god, like I have this really bad condition and like when you get sick, you think, fucking hell, what was important was actually making myself healthy.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of people, are you wanting to go and kiss the rain? I'm enjoying it again. Do you need
It just started raining on us. I'm like,
I love when it rains, and Torrent's like a cat. He's just like,
That's so mad. You had sunshine like 10 minutes ago.
oh, yeah. It's because we're almost in England. It's like,
if I put on the hat again, I can pretend it's sunny. It's okay.
but it's true. Like, until you get like really sick, or like, you know, you hear some people, oh, I've got a really bad back, and they're like in their 20s, or I've got really bad knees, and they're in their 20s. Like, you don't really think about it because you're, oh, it'll be, life's too short and stuff.
Yeah.
But then it happens to you, and you're like, fucking hell, my life's going to be even shorter now because, like, you can't actually do that much. I'm in pain. Like, I'm allergic to everything. Like, it's crazy. Like, the amount of people that are in their 30s and have, like, so many illnesses. So that's what I'm trying to say. If you are feeling tired, definitely give yourself self-care because you don't want to push it. Because you're like, oh, I'm young, I'm 21, or I think you're 21, aren't you? 22?
24.
Oh, 24. But, like, you don't think about it, and then, boom, like, you're ill. Because I was 24 when I got sick. I was, like, carefree, not caring about anything, doing what I want, and then I got chronically sick.
Yeah.
But
not that this is like a doom and gloom chat or anything.
no, it's not a doom and gloom chat. It's anything. It's a good thing because it just shows no matter what, if something does go wrong, you can make it better.
Yeah.
Just having that knowledge.
One must be thinking like, oh, are they coming on for like finding yourself chat? And here we are chatting about tiredness.
I think it's all interlinked, though, isn't it?
is.
Because to find yourself, you've got to realise what's wrong with yourself and where you're going wrong.
And take accountability.
Like the amount of drinking we used to do, the amount of like taking things and doing stuff and everything that you shouldn't do really, and putting stuff in your body that really shouldn't be there. And then you get to a point in your life and you're like, but why am I doing this? And do I need to surround myself with these people and with these things? And then you find yourself and you work on yourself and you start exercising and making yourself healthy, and it all kind of, it's all interlinked, isn't it, really?
Yeah, because like we were totally different people. Honestly, when we see our friends, it's just like, well, this is new. I always want to, always put that person. I was like, oh, why are you not drinking more? Do another shot. You're not drunk enough. Do another shot. I was that person.
It's so mad because like, I mean, I like obviously at van life that time, like we were like drinking and stuff, but I just don't, I think like I have known you when you're like in this journey of like progressing, so like, but I can imagine what you guys were.
Yeah, that wasn't when I was that bad. Like that's when I was actually calming down, which is even funnier considering the state I got myself in. That's why I got in such a state, because like I stopped drinking like 4 times a week. So I was like, oh, this is like really fucked me up now. So like I'm hoping when I go back and like have like a few drinks with my friends, I'll just need a few drinks. I won't need a whole bottle of Captain Morgan to get myself through the night.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
probably like are you completely like sober?
Yeah, I haven't. Well, I smoke weed, so like for my medical cannabis.
Yeah.
But that's it really.
Yeah, last time we drank was Christmas.
Well, if you did have another drink, you'd probably be like running around.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. I'm so lucky because like now they've made medical weed completely legal in the UK as long as it's medication based. So with my ADHD and my BPD and things like that, like I'm okay with it instead of having my ADHD medication.
Yeah.
So with that, it's also helped me be able to go, well, I don't want to drink, because obviously with one addiction of needing to party, you need to exchange it because you can't. There's no cure for addiction. If you have an addiction, you need to find something else, whether that's reading or going for walks or finding something. Otherwise, you'll keep going to the addiction. But that was that again, like finding yourself and self-care. Like I've had to literally swap from raving, partying, being like a reprobate, to being like, right, okay, I actually want to live a healthy life. I want to actually feel like I don't want to get to my 40s and be like, Jesus Christ, like I'm so ill, like I was. So but I can't believe it. Like Torrent used to have like a whole thing of bourbons once a day, like those big like massive packs.
Yeah.
Like a day. It was insane.
I see a lot of
die. No, I honestly don't know how he wasn't fat. Seriously, like it was just like a multi-pack a day, and that wasn't even including all the milk he was drinking. Oh my god, it's crazy.
Someone said that the plants are good to have in the house. Well, honestly, I have so many.
You say plants are what?
Plants are good to have in the house.
I mean, I can see all the plants in yours. Like we can't manage to keep a Vera alive.
Wow, look at that.
Wow.
really cute. Hang on, I'll take you off. Nikki created this. You can't really see. I can't tell you right. But this like stand. She made the stand. It's really cute, isn't it?
What?
Very good.
Yeah.
We wouldn't know where to start.
Everything we have that's alive in the band dies very fast.
Really?
Then you think, yeah, we keep the dog alive somehow.
Maybe.
We've had about 5 aloe veras in the van, and all of them have died. We've had like never kept basil alive, nothing.
Yeah, and aloe veras are meant to be so easy to take care of. For some reason, they're just like, you know what? We don't actually like the living standards in this van, and they just unalive themselves.
Maybe it's the band like humidity and stuff. I don't know.
Maybe. But then Torin brings them outside, and I'm like, come on. He's like outside in the shade, and we're outside in the sun. What do you want from me?
You got to talk to them. You've got to love them. That's what we've learned.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Nikki was ridiculous for talking to the plants,
It works.
but honestly, it really does. You have to give them like little kisses, give them some love, and they love it.
I bet it's good for your mental health too.
Yeah.
It's like if we were in the shop and we find a new plant, we're literally there like stroking it, like, oh, you're coming home with us then.
That's so cute. Oh my god. Look, I know that's true, because did you see the experiment they did? Was it on the what
I think it's
it?
on rice.
It's on rice.
Mm.
Yeah, and like talking bad.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do at the moment. Like, I'm trying to do a lot of like, you're good, you're not ill, you're gonna get better, you're fine. Like, a lot of self-talk instead of going, oh my god, I'm dying. Like, all the time I'm like, I'm dying, like, this is it, like, that's it, like, that's that pain that is definitely a stroke this time. Literally, I'm like that. So I'm trying to do the rice trick with, like, you know, with the plants. I'm like, we're okay, we're fine.
It's the same with when you eat food that you know is going to be bad for you.
Yeah.
Being like, do you know what? My body's going to be okay with it.
It's safe.
Maybe.
Because my body overreacts at the moment. So I'm apparently allowed sourdough bread. So every time I eat sourdough, I'm like, come on, gluten's okay, we're safe, sourdough's okay. And it's literally crazy, but it seems to be working so far. Touch wood. I'll let you know how it goes. We're only on like day 4. And we're going to do it for 4 weeks. So, but no, this is amazing. So we're going to go now, because we're going to go make some food. But we've really, really enjoyed this chat. So if you want to do another one again, see how you're doing in a few months' time, with any other new plans, that'd be really cool.
Yes, definitely. I've loved it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Chat to you
Go
guys.
see you later. Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, amazing.